like to welcome Dr. Mariann Erdő, the Director and Cultural Counsellor of the Hungarian Cultural Centre in India. So thank you so much for joining me today, and it's truly an honor. So to begin, I would like to ask you a little bit about Hungary, its relations with the European Union, and then Hungary and Indian relations. So Hungary has been an important member of the European Union since 2004. How would you describe Hungary's current relationship with EU, and what are some of the key areas of cooperation or contention in recent years?
So, as you mentioned, Hungary is part of the European Union since 2004. And, that time I remember that was really a big thing because the European Union was something we were longing for years. And since Hungary, there is a period, Hungary is an important, and obviously all the members of the EU are as important as the others. And what, European Union side, what I can mention from my point of view, being, heading the Cultural Centre, fortunately, the European Union is present. So there is a European Union delegation present in India with a High Commissioner. But also, apart that, we have a special organization, a cluster. It's called UNIC. So it's the platform of all the countries, European Union countries, present either with a cultural counsellor or even with a culture institute. So we get together once a month. We have a very good collaboration with the European Union delegation as well. And obviously the objective of this cluster, each and every cultural center, wants to promote his own culture. But at the UNIC level, we try to translate and transmit something more European. So actually there is a unity in diversity, which is as well true for India. So often I compare India and the States to the European Union.
That's really interesting. Initiatives that your cultural center is doing to promote this cultural exchange, such as in art, literature, or film collaborations?
Of course. So normally I highlight that we have two brands. Yes, so let's start with the beginning. So as Cultural Center, we have to promote the Hungarian culture. All the other cultural centers list institutes. They are 26 all around the world. We have the same objective, the promotion of the Hungarian culture. What makes the thing more interesting and exciting to find the link between the Hungarian culture and the host country, which is in our case, of course, India. So finding the common links, the common points, bridges between the two countries, very interesting. So from this point of view, we have at least two, but the main brands, so-called brands. This is Alexander Csomadekőrös, who is a more scientific link. But the other one is Amrita Shergill, of course, which is well known by Indians. But I have to add that surprisingly for me also, the younger generations are not aware of her personality and her importance in Indian art. Besides that, so we have, we try to focus our activities on these special links, like Alexander Csomadekőrös, Amrita Shergill, in the framework of our Amrita project, which is on since 3 years. And we have several activities in the framework of the project. The most important and the newest, obviously, is the exhibition we've opened on the 31st January with the National Gallery of Modern Art, who is our main partner regarding Amrita Shergill, because actually they owe almost 100% of her paintings. And the exhibition is special from the point of view that we display the very few documents left in Hungary after Amrita for several reasons, historical family story also. So very few things you can find related to Amrita in Hungary. But the Ferenc Hopp Museum, which is the Museum of Asiatic Arts in Hungary, fortunately has in his archives the legacy of Amrita's maternal uncle. His name is Ervin Baktai. And we brought to India an exhibition of 130 photographs of her life and of her family life, linked to her father, Umrau Sergil, and to her maternal uncle. So that's the title of the exhibition, the Hungarian Indian Family of Artists, Master and Disciple. So that's the main, the biggest achievement for the moment of the Amrita project. But besides Alexander Csoma-de-Körös and Amrita, of course, we have just started to work on the new project because the Roma culture is present, well known in India also, mainly in Rajasthan, and of course in Hungary. So our next big project will be to bring, that's the title of the project, the Gypsy Caravan. So we already had a very successful musical event, a concert with Hungarian gypsy singer. And we just had the idea after that this culture is so also, composed of several elements. So this time we would like to bring a musician, chef to show the Gypsy Roma gastronomy. We will have a visual artist who fortunately is also into literature. So with him, we can showcase, the Gypsy paintings, visual art and literature as well. And we also will have a session designer. So they will be all part of the Gypsy Caravan.
That's really interesting. I've also heard about this Busho event that happens at the Lise Institute. Could you just talk about that a bit?
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Although this is less but we found also the link between this festival you've mentioned. So as many countries, many cultures, Hungary also has its own culture, own tradition, scaring of the winter. So the Busho festival is held in Hungary every, around February, mid-February. And its origin is from Mohács, which is a village in South Hungary. And according to the stories or tradition, during the Ottoman invasion, occupation of Hungary, the village of Mohács has been attacked by the Ottomans, and so the inhabitants had to flee in the woods. And they wanted, of course, take back their village, and they carved scary masks in the wood. They decorated, with the animal fur, and they went back with fire and with wearing these scary masks, and obviously they frightened away the Ottomans. So this is the origin, and since then, every year during this period, it's 5 days period, these bushos, they come to the village. Obviously, it's already it's a huge success. So people, not just from Hungary, but from all around the world, they are gathering together to see the festival. So our idea was to bring the festival and the masks to Delhi, and we started. It's also, we really like the tradition. So we have several activities, programs coming back every year. And the Busho Festival is already, I think that we had already had 4, and is getting bigger and bigger, and also I have to say better and better. Obviously, we learn our lessons. So the next level this year, besides the Hungarian masks, we invited IGNC, Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts, to bring the Indian masks. They are Indian masks, so they were very generous. They rented out around 70 masks for us. And next year, we would like to take it to the next level, and also to invite the tribal artists and all the Indian states having this mask sculpture, obviously, along with the Hungarian mask. And that was the first year that we've got 2 original masks from Mohács itself, because obviously there it became also a kind of industry. So they are artists and sculptors who carve this mask, and we've got 2. So during the event, there were the bushos, mingling here, there with the guests. And I'm very happy because we offered one of the masks at the end of the event to IGNCA. So they already have in their collection a Hungarian mask.
That's really interesting. Thank you for sharing that. So since you have a diplomatic background, I would like to ask you what inspired you to continue with this career in diplomacy? How did you get started?
Well, I've seen the activity of the Cultural Center. I have a kind of various background. So I have a diploma, master in international law. I was teaching in several schools in France, in Croatia, in Hungary, and in India. And seeing the activity of the Cultural Center, and obviously when you teach children, especially I was teaching in first grade, you have to have a lot of ideas, to entertain them, to make it really interesting, interactive. And seeing the activity of not just the Hungarian, but the other cultural centers also give me really, the wish to do this job. And I'm very happy and I'm very accomplished in my work because I do what I really enjoy, and I think it's really very important.
I think I can see this devotion, through the different ways you've tied together Hungary and India through the autos, the Yoga Day festivities that you do. So it's quite commendable. Um, what has been your most memorable moment in your diplomatic career?
My most, of course, I would say that is related really to the. No, I have. Okay, I can name two. First of all, the Amrita exhibition, because from every point of view, cultural, diplomatic point of view, art history point of view, that was the biggest achievement. What we did, it was the result of more than 1 year of work. 1 year of work. So that was the opening of the Amrita Shedil exhibition. In January 25 at the NGMA. And the other one I would like to mention, because that was the first time, I still remember that feeling. So when I started the work at the Cultural Center, it was in 2021. And I started in September, and we started with a big event. It was the Freedom Run. And it's also a kind of tradition, so we will organize it already, I think, the fifth time. It's about to celebrate the Revolution, National Day, a revolution of 1956. And we wanted to do something, out of the box, so not just the usual remembering. So we've got this idea to have a running event, and with these distances rhyming to the date of the revolution. And when I saw the people at 5 in the morning gathering together, and also at the first time we've got a very nice footfall, I really felt that, wow. So you have had an idea somewhere in the summers, who knows when, and when you come you see your idea realized. And it was really something I still remember.
That's amazing. I remember attending two of these Freedom Run events, and they're amazing, very well organized, and it's a very interesting idea.
Thank you.
Okay, I would like to know how can young people in both Hungary and India get involved in diplomacy and international relations, and further this cause that you're already part of?
Young people, how can I should say that they should start to learn Hungarian, which is, it's a very nice thing it's better later in life. When you already speak French, Spanish, German, English, of course. So yes, but get to involve, in the Hungarian culture, and Hungary being the part of the European Union, it really makes sense to go and study there. And getting into the cultural diplomacy, so India has a super powerful and professional system, the ICCR system. As Hungary has this web of the List Institute, ICCR has also the Indian Ministry of External Affairs. So there are several Indian cultural centers all around the world. And I'm very proud of that there is. So surprisingly, for example, in Europe, I think that there was only 2 or 3. So I'm very proud because one of the ICCR Indian culture centers is in Hungary, in Budapest, and it's called Amrita Sergil, which is a bit, kind of jealous because our name also should be Amrita Sergil Hungarian Culture Center in Delhi.
Yes. Okay, so I think we've covered a lot today, and we can maybe just have a quick rapid fire round. That's all right with you? Right.
Okay.
So what's your favorite Hungarian dish?
My favorite Hungarian dish. You won't know that. What is it? It's called soska, and I never found here. So it's kind of like a spinach, but it's not a spinach because it's very, very tangy and whatever. I'll figure it out. What is this? Yes.
Okay, a Bollywood movie you've watched or enjoyed?
Bollywood movie. Last film I've seen that was The Diplomat. So I go quite often to the movie hall, though it's in Hindi, but I try, really to understand. And I'm very happy when it comes to on Netflix with the English subtitle. But the last one I really enjoyed that was the Lapata Ladies.
Oh, one of my favorites as well. One word to describe India.
One word to describe India. It will be boring, but incredible.
One Indian city you'd love to visit again.
Again, I mean that I've been already there. Shimla.
All right. And Hungarian invention you're really proud of.
I don't have here the Rubik's Cube. And we are using a lot also. So
Yes.
Gave us activities.
A most inspiring world leader, past or present.
I've seen this, but it's very recent, if I may. So I think that, obviously myself also just started to read about him after he just passed away, the Pope Francis. So yeah, just obviously everything and every newspaper were writing about, and I started to read about, and yeah, it really touched me, kind of inspired me.
One message you'd like to give to young Indians.
Yes. One message, so keep your identity.
Thank you so much for this interview. That's the end. Thank you very much
Okay.
for today.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Sia.